Zombo, and as always, a very warm welcome to all my viewers. My guest tonight is Honorable Health Minister Lyonpo Zangley Dukpa. Lyonpo, thank you so much for your time. Let us sum up all the discussions that we had in Zonka. And since we do not have much time, let me sum up and put one question straight to Your Excellency. Your Excellency, talking about corruption in health procurement and all the corruption-related cases in your ministry, your secretary resigned on moral grounds. Why not you? Why don't you follow suit? Because people say that you should be also equally responsible since all these issues surfaced during your time. How would you react?
I don't really know Dawa, why do you ask this question. Firstly, nonetheless, let me answer. And I want to talk about Dr. Gadhav's resignation. Now you're asking me why I not resign. Why should I not resign? Now let me tell you. Number one, first, I'm elected by the people. I'm directly accountable to the people. If the people are not happy with the work that I do, with the work that I perform, if I'm not do anything, not deliver the services the way they expect it, then I will resign immediately. Number one. Number two, should I resign because I try to bring about reforms and changes in the procurement system? Should I resign because I was giving my best to streamline the procurement system so that our people get best of the best services, so that we were able to improve the delivery of services, so that we can also take care of the healthcare providers? Should I resign on this ground? Number two. The thirdly, I do agree in a way that when you try to bring about changes, old habits die hard, Bring about changes, you also feel frustrated. That I agree. When things do not move in the way that you want, in the way that my colleagues and we want, then you get frustrated. But let me also tell you that I was very much encouraged, inspired by a group of my friends in the ministry, led by one of the head of the departments. And he encouraged, and then others encouraged me. You started these reforms, you started streamlining the system, you must finish the system. That was a great source of encouragement and inspiration from my colleagues within the ministry. And therefore we went ahead. Now that everything is in place, I do agree no system will be perfect, but we should keep trying to improve. So that's what we are doing. Now that because you have the ambulances, like you have what you call utility vehicles, now that you have people can access the service of a health professional from anywhere, at any time, in this country. Anybody, so long as the mobile network is there. So because of this facility, you're asking me to resign?
So you feel that you should not be taking up any moral responsibility for whatever happened?
If I had done anything wrong, I would do that. Since my conscience is very clear, I'm committed to the service of the people of this kingdom, and also in the service to my king, to the people and to my country. I love my country, I love my king, I love my people, and I'm giving my best. Because you are giving best, and should I resign then?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, okay. Now this is.
Thank you for this answer. So one thing you already mentioned about health center, 112 health center. Talking about this service. Now, I've been to some of the places in Western Bhutan, and there talking to some of the health professionals, they said that some of the BHUs might be soon rendered dysfunctional, unfortunately, might turn into potato go down because of this health center. There's no need for BHUs Because even for the communities and people around, they would prefer to go to bigger hospitals and referral hospitals rather than to go to BHU. So in a way, it's a waste of resources is what people say. Are you doing any studies on this?
No, I think, let me put it this way. No BHU, or for that matter, any health facility in the country will be redundant because of the health help center. That was why when we initiated this IT-enabled healthcare solution, I made it very clear to our people, to the consultants, that it should supplement and complement the efforts that our health professionals are already making. Now, this is one, and therefore no health facility will be redundant because of this facility. Now, let me tell you, this health help center has three broad functions. One we call medical triage. Now, I'm saying why it will not be redundant. For example, if somebody is sick somewhere in Lunana, and then a child is suffering from diarrhea, and then he or she calls to 112 to a health help center, they will advise what they should do. And then at the same time, they will advise, if it is serious, go to the health center.
Yes.
And you get my point, it's a supplement.
Yes.
So I just want to cut into short. But one good thing is that this health center, I'm very happy that people are now using this facility, and this facility, and it's as I said, it's a supplement to even also to address the shortage of doctors. And let me guarantee and let me tell you for want of time, I don't want to go into detail. There are three main functions, as I said, medical triage, then the emergency service, then we have counseling.
Yes.
People are using, I'm very happy. So, and then we are trying to now integrate telemedicine also into this. And then we are now working on the health information system. This will also be integrated into this, the software. And
Yes.
so that, I think, will really benefit the people. And it's just additional facility to allow the people to access the health services shortest possible time.
Yes, Your Excellency, I met some frustrated doctors, health professionals. If they are frustrated, it's a serious cause of concern while they treat patients. Why they are frustrated? Because you don't let them resign. Now, if you don't let them resign, why don't you pay them well? Because you don't pay them well and you retain them, despite them having better opportunities outside of government hospitals. It's very difficult to initiate private practice, yet you keep them in your ministry. What is going wrong? Are they going to be able to provide better services with all these frustrations creeping in and day out?
Thank you. I do agree with what you said, but let me also make it very clear. You cannot generalize. Please never ever generalize. There may be one or two doctors who are frustrated, but despite their frustration, despite the facilities that they may not get, which they deserve, our doctors are hardworking. They never compromise the delivery of services, quality services there too. So I think one should not generalize that when doctors are frustrated, they will not give the best of the best service. That's not true. Some of them may be frustrated, but they never compromise their service. One. Two, you're asking the question that we are selfish. We retain them, we don't allow them to do private practice. That's a government policy. We are looking into it. And therefore, that you will remember, even once in 2008, many doctors wanted to talk about resignation. And even we proposed to the pay commission then, why don't we recruit our specialists on contract along the DHI model? That's even we proposed, and we keep proposing it even now.
What has happened to that proposal?
No, but that proposal was not accepted because of many other reasons that for which we don't have time. Okay, number one. Number two, yes, we don't allow them to do private practice also. Therefore, they are paid. We, like you may call it, non-practicing allowance or clinical allowance. They used to get 45. Now we give them for 40%. 40% of the salary they get. That means 40%
More
they get
than
more,
the
more
civil
than any
servants.
other civil servant. And we also give this the clinical allowance to all those technicians, nurses, and etc. This was not there before.
Yes.
Okay, we do acknowledge. So we are looking into it. I fully agree that the doctors come and share with me also. They were the ones who were brilliant, who got high marks in class 12 science examinations. Therefore, they opted for medicine. But, then in those days, there was a little bit of attraction. When they finished their MBBS and when they joined civil servants, they were placed in grade 5. Now
Yes.
P3 or P4, I do not know. But now they are placed in grade 7. That's also, we again wrote a letter to Royal Civil Service Commission for reconsideration.
Yes.
Now, yes, I do fully agree. We need to look into this problem. Like the doctors are, in fact, disadvantaged because they got high marks. They pursue this medicine.
Yes.
Now that they are on the disadvantage in the sense that we don't allow them to do private practice, and especially those who are retired. And then when we want to recruit them on contract, RCC doesn't allow us them to recruit because they are superannuated. I think this is too narrow. So we need to really work on this.
What kind of response, Your Excellency, received from Royal Civil Service
The
Commission?
Royal Service, we are negotiating.
Yes.
We are negotiating that yes, I do agree. Royal Civil Service Commission is doing fantastic job. They have to go by the book of the rules. But at the same time, we should see certain
That
areas.
fantastic is not enough for.
But at the same time, they should also be flexible. That if either we allow our government should allow our doctors, retired doctors, to do the private practice, or allow them to work on contract, so long as they are physically fit, mentally sound. So we fully agree, but we're looking into it. That's why, like the University of Medical Sciences is coming up, and yesterday they will have discussed. We have the condition of service. Now we propose there, okay, your pay scale should be the same as like any other. Since they are not allowed to practice, let's give them the non-practicing allowance. If they are going to teach, let them give the teaching allowance. And then if they are going to work in the university allowance. But the pay scale should, be same as like any other. But
Yes.
I think that this kind of allowance, unless we do, I fully agree, and we are working on that. I hope, now they are telling us again to put up to the commission, pay commission, and pay commission, is normally constituted, by the cabinet to discuss certain. It's just for 3 to 4 months period of thing. So I do not know whether we will be able to constitute the pay commission or not. But we are very much aware of this. The
Yes.
government is aware of this. You cannot solve the problem in a day. So we have to address this problem in a systematic, in a phased manner. But one good thing is that our doctors, no matter if they don't have this kind of perks and privileges, they are giving their best in the service to the people.
Your Excellency, another question would be, how often do you talk to your professionals? Because in some cases, we have realized that there's a big gap between management and the professionals. They hardly talk to each other. Each one tries to say that they are more important than the other. In many systems, management and professionals, I've seen that discrepancy. I've seen that gap. What is happening in your system?
Well, see, as I said, no system is perfect. The thing is that, like in the past, I was also told in 2008, some doctors used to talk about, this HAs in the Secretariat Ministry is controlling us. The HAs whom we train. But sometimes that's too much, too exaggeration.
Yes.
I think we need to work together. So therefore, as you said, we created a forum where people can come and express their views, formally, informally. So we have created. In fact, you are saying how often I see them. And as I mentioned earlier in Dzongkha, that in the first 2-3 years, I met the specialists, doctors, and the in charges of the Dawa NRH at least once in 3 months. I learn a lot from them. And then even in the 2010 or even the beginning of the 2011, I talked to in a group voice, specialist, then the ward in charges, and then maintenance, and it was very educating. And then we do create that kind of system where people can come and express freely, frankly, and that kind of thing is happening now. We do interact. I think we are improving the system. That I think sometimes on both way, a little bit of exaggeration. I even now started talking the individuals where it is necessary. If some doctors have gone through a lot of, say, okay, you let me know what can we do now. This is giving allow. Even in Sharabse I used to do, like some teachers would always talk, criticize, say a lot of things. Okay, fine. And I gave even after 4:30 p.m. in Sharabse, let them talk hours. I mean, listen. At least you should listen.
Talk to them.
Listen to them. Listening is a good technique, and listening you must do. And now here the professionals, we even like heads of departments. Separate, I had interaction with the heads of department. All said and done, not all are for the money also. Recently, I don't want to tell the name. Normally, when I go out, the WHO invites. I go out. I take some doctors from Thimphu or outside. And that group of doctors told me, "Sir, we are not for money. We need to improve this. We got to do this." I think you have a fantastic professional committed to their professionalism.
So we still have lots of good professionals in the system.
We have in the system. Please let us not generalize. There will be one or two. Always there will be one or two. There will be always one black sheep or two.
But those one or two black sheep, Your
yes,
Excellency,
we could address that problem also.
Yes.
I'm not saying that we should ignore ignore the views and of those one or two people. You will have one.
Your Excellency, in some cases, this one or two black sheep turn out to be more powerful than the rest of the good professionals that we have in system, and they actually derail the system.
You may be right or wrong. When you have not done, this is your assumption. Okay, assumption is dangerous again. Sometimes
But
you media people.
This is a possibility.
Media people. You don't go for the facts.
No,
We have so many media people.
That is also possible. We agree, sir. We agree.
Not only possible, as I said in Zonghang Gajilova Gondole Zucheviga Imbese, there are certain people, journalists like I don't think you are, I don't know. But there are
I could be included.
journalists who kind of derive glory, satisfaction by criticizing everything others do. And then I have all the sympathy for them. In Lama Pemel will say Ningje,
Yes.
because I election or same zopton now let me come back your answer now. See, yes, if they are going to become a threat to the organization, then it is the duty of the management and the ministry to really look into this problem and then address the problem. That's what we are doing.
Yes, Your Excellency, you brought up this very important issue here, saying that there are some journalists who blow up issues, who are exaggerating, who are not reporting truth. If this is the case, then shouldn't they be fixed? Because we don't want the growth of bad media in our country. We want objective reporting to be initiated. We want our nation to be informed truthfully. Why don't you clamp down if this is happening?
Thank you. Yes, I think the policy of this government is to really, at the moment, we are just four and a half years old, okay? You see, our Prime Minister keeps saying that we should, facilitate the growth of the media. But sometimes I do agree with you. Our tolerance, our humility are interpreted as a weakness. But time will come. I think time will come. I fully agree those journalists, instead of contributing towards the growth of democracy, yes, there are some journalists. Everything, every decision that the government takes, every movement the government takes, there's a criticism. And that, I think,
Okay.
law and karma will fix him
Yes,
or fix
yes,
them.
Okay, we wait for law and karma to fix them later. But coming back to health issues, sir, going by your manifesto, we'll tackle all the health inequalities and work hard to ensure faster and better treatment for all.
Yes.
This is what your manifesto says. Are you gearing towards it? Because still today we hear some cases of inequalities, and I know you're going to say that no system is perfect. Then you'll have to gear towards it.
See, that is our aspiration, okay? That's why we talk about the health help center to reduce the inequality. Now let me come back inequality. Now even the people in Thimphu, if there is some kind of summary, pregnant woman,
Yes.
time for delivery, and say in a district also, they do not know whom to approach.
Yes.
Say in a district, if the telephone, the mobile is switched off, they do not know where to go. But on the other hand, if the rich people, affluent people, will drive their car, on top of that they also know the doctors there, and they will drive the car, take the women there to a birthing center and do everything. But what about those people? The inequality you are asking question. This is the very reason we have launched this health help center to bring about, to reduce the inequality. So now, a poor woman, whether she is in Thimphu or in remote area, just dial 112 toll free, and then our all ambulances are equipped with GPS, GIS.
Yes.
So we know whether ambulance is close by. If the ambulance is moving close by, like the other day I was watching, and 2 years ago, I was in the health help center in the evening, and then Bhutan Chekhor. The woman couldn't deliver at home. And they panicky, family were panicky. And they just telephoned 112. And then our friend found that the ambulance was passing by near that area. Just telephone, come to that.
Yes.
She was brought to the hospital, delivered. So we are trying to address that issue of inequality. See, across the world, I have been reading a lot of articles these days on economies. Why economic recession? The problem in the world is because of inequality. If we address the problem and issue of inequality, the rest will take care.
Yes. Yes. Your Excellency, final question, running short of time, but final question. Yes, medical care, primary health services should be free for all times to come. That is guaranteed by the Constitution, and people are grateful to Royal Government, His Majesty, for all the free services that they have received so far. Yet again, there are some people who will take all these free services for granted. If we are to pay, we will have to pay a humongous amount of money for all the services that we are availing. But again, the apprehension is that will this continue as per the Constitution? Will the state or the government ensure free primary health care services to all the citizens for all times to come? Will that be a possibility?
Now, see, this is a good question. Now, let me tell you that the Constitution says free basic health service, but we are providing even up to tertiary level. We deliberately did not define the word basic.
Yes.
But that will deprive of many poor people. So if you say that only BHU, basic is just BHU or district level or regional referral hospital level. So deliberately we said let's now study carefully.
Yes.
Now I think, let me tell you why Bhutan is admired. Why people in other countries say, oh, Bhutan is doing well. Because Bhutan, under the first-sighted leadership of our kings, we provide free education, we provide free healthcare services. And therefore, if people say the government is good, goodness of the government is shown through
Yes.
the free health and education services that we provide. So we should continue ours as a GNS society. Yes, sustainability is a question that we need to ask, and therefore we are looking into it.
Yes.
How long we are asking question, but I think we are trying our best to do economically well also. So I think I cannot tell you how long, but as so long as possible, we should continue to give free healthcare services.
Your Excellency, thank you so much for your time. It was indeed a pleasure talking to you and to see Your Excellency in such a passionate manner. Thank you so much for your presence here. Excellent.
Thank you very much, sir.
With this, we come to the end of this very interesting Dawai Kudroen. Thank you